I remember thinking, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I just thought, what is the point? Why am I spending all my money? And somebody else is like, you know, the guy was in here supposed to look after the place, and he was renting out.
He was renting out the rooms.
Yeah.
So
I'm going back to where I belong. You're the reason why I'm singing this song. But I did you no wrong. But you broke my heart. I'm going back to...
Hi guys, and welcome back to our channel. I'm Yava and we are Ghana bound. I'm so excited today because, as many of you know, I met a lovely lady called Patience, and she's now started her own YouTube channel. Patience has built her own house, a whole house, right here in Accra, and she was barely even in Ghana while the house got built. So I think, just like me, you'll be interested to hear what her experience was like.
Okay.
Hi!
Come to visit me at my house. Hello,
Hi!
Jennifer.
Wow!
Hello, Yava.
Hi everybody!
Welcome to my humble abode.
It is a beautiful abode.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, I love this space because your house is big, the ground is big, and I know that last time we met and we spoke and we filmed it, so you guys have to watch that one as
Yeah.
well. You were in the process of still building quite a few parts of it. How's it been since then?
So the last time, as I said, like, we were able to stay in the house, but
Yeah.
it was like a mini building site. But now, I mean, when you guys get to go in, you'll see that, yeah, it's livable. Just the interior decorating to get done now.
Oh my
But
gosh.
having a large space outside was very important to me.
Yeah.
Because, you know, life in the UK, sometimes, you know, you go in your box and that's it. Even open the front door to get outside, sometimes, you know, once you get home from work, that's it, you shut
Yeah.
out the world.
Yeah.
But here you just open your front door, you're in your compound, you get, you know, you can get some air, you get some wildlife.
Yes.
You know.
That's what the Ghana life is about, though,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's inside out. Because you know what you said about coming out of your box? It's literally a box. Literally a box the sizes in the UK, so I can
literally.
imagine.
Yeah.
And you're growing things as well.
Yeah,
Corn.
so this is temporary. So Abu, the guy who looks after the place for us, he loves nature. He loves growing things. So I know once I start my veg garden, which I'll show you guys at the back,
Ooh.
he's going to take really good care of it. So what he does is that he usually grows things and then sells it to some of the local ladies.
Oh, amazing.
And then they obviously go off to sell it.
Yeah.
There's some okra here that's all dried out, but it's because he had to go back home for about a week, so there was no one here to let her in. There was someone looking after the place, but they didn't know to let her in to come and pick the
come and do
okra. So it's all a bit dried out.
Wow.
But that's the side that the pool's going to eventually go as well.
So you know how everyone always wants a garden? Did you find that is it important to you as well?
Yes. Because the men wanted to concrete up everything, and I was like, no,
Really?
I don't want to concrete.
They wanted to concrete.
Yeah, you know how people complain that there's not enough green spaces in some of the properties that you guys show. So I mean, that I felt the same way. I was thinking, coming from there where sometimes they don't even allow you to grow your own produce because you have to. I just wanted, I wanted to have outside space. I wanted greenery. You know, I'm going to have a couple of trees.
Yes.
Don't tell hubby that yet, but
No, he'll find out one day when he comes and there's a mango tree. Yeah. He's like, where did this mango tree come from? Especially when you come to Ghana and you throw seeds on the ground.
Yeah.
And it's there.
Do you want to
Take us around. I don't even know where to start.
I know. We'll just go round and then we'll come back around the other side.
Amazing.
So as I said, this is the side that the pool's going to go. Then I'm going to have a bit more green space at the back there.
Yeah. So what size land is this? Because I know people will be like, I want to buy my own plot and build this house. Like, what size land did you get?
So when we purchased the land, we were told that it was 70 by 100, but it feels a lot bigger than that. It actually feels closer to 100 by 100. I know it's not quite, but yeah, it does feel really big.
And you bought one plot?
Yeah, just one plot. But
a lot you can fit on one plot of land.
Yeah, because I've seen people build like mini estates on one plot of land, haven't they?
Yeah. So how many times did you come back and go and come back and go?
So between me and hubby, I can't really count, but I mean, I think from when it started till...
When did it start? What year?
So we started back in 2014, like the latter end of 2014 we started, when they started doing the foundation. But my husband was the one that would come more. I can't remember when I first came. I think I came when we got to the first floor, when they had flowed the first floor. That was when I came. And I remember standing up on there and looking and thinking, oh my God, look at my... And it wasn't a house, but I was like, look at my house. Like, you know, feeling really happy that, you know, it was coming up. It was coming up. So I think we got to that stage. We then did all the walls. And then I think we stopped for a little while. When we were ready to do the electrical stuff, that's when we thought, okay, we better get the doors and the doors and roofing done, because we knew that, you know, if we did the wires and stuff, you know, people come and steal it, and things like that. We were hearing all these stories, so we just knew that we had to secure the place first, then get the wiring done. So once the windows and the roof were put on, and I saw the pictures and the footage, I was like, oh my God, I've got a house. I'm like, baby, look, we've got a proper house now. Yeah. That was when it got really exciting. Because prior to that, I remember telling you guys that I had like kind of fallen out of love with the project, and I kind of like disengaged.
Why? What made you fall out of love with the project?
So what happened was, you know, you have your plans and you have your, you know, your dream, and you say, this is how I want things, and other people have their own thoughts and ideas of how they think. You know, I've shared stories with you and you've shared with me. Whether you're here or not here, there's always some issue, but not being here, like, it got really frustrating, because I'd see the videos and I'd see the pictures and I'd point things out, but no one was listening to me. Because like, what do I know about building, right? Like, what do I know? So it was like they just wouldn't take me seriously. If I said something didn't look right, or something was not how I wanted it, they'd be telling me, oh, madam, you've got a house. What is your problem? You've got a house. That's all I kept hearing. So I just started getting really like frustrated. I thought, you know what? I'm done with this place. I'm not interested. I don't want to send any more money.
I feel the same. And you're sending money at this point. So then you were saying that you felt like you were falling, like, frustrated with it, to the point
like
where
I just disengaged basically. I thought if I'm not emotionally attached, then whatever they do won't bother me. That's how I got. It
can get really, like, it's a personal thing, so it can actually touch the emotions a little bit. And especially if no one's listening to what you're doing. And I was taking notes while you were talking, because we are at the stage now where the roof came on. So now it feels like, oh my God, this is a house, that you can get the size of the roof, like the idea of the size of the rooms and things. And then obviously the windows will make it feel like that next. So I'll do what you did. I'll just dance around my house and say, look, I've got a roof.
It is an amazing feeling. Like, when you get it all in like this, when you get the windows, the roofs on, then you're like, yes.
Is it worth it?
This is yes, it is worth it.
That's what I want to hear.
I still cry a little bit today, but it is overall it's worth it. And I would say to people that I know sometimes it's the fuss of it all is what would put some people off. But if you know that it's something you really, really want, just go for it, I think, personally. I think it's better to build your own than to buy one. Because when you buy one, it's somebody else's idea of a home. Whereas when it's yours, you can put like your own touch and, you know, touch into it. Like the design, if you can like basically have it set up how you want it, like your dream basically. But I do understand why people prefer to buy rather than build. I get that side of it as well, because this is not easy, guys. It's not.
It is not for the faint-hearted.
No.
I'm so excited to have a look inside the house.
Okay, so let's go in.
Yay.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Whoa. Grandeur.
Yes.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And did you design your house?
Yes, I did.
Labor of love.
I actually designed this house from a single image I saw on Instagram of the balustrade design. And it was a picture with showing a living room upstairs just like this with the balustrades, and from that I designed the whole house.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You're artistic for sure. Did you involve an architect?
In the beginning, in the early stages, we did.
Yeah.
And then later on, you know, like I'm not from a rich family, you know. Everything was like work, save.
Tell us about it.
So it's like when they were quoting prices, we were thinking, you know what, we can't really afford you, even though I'm sure we could have gone elsewhere. But then we had our friend who had built in Ghana before, so we thought, okay, you know, he has more experience than us, at least anyway. He has more experience than us, so, and he stepped in to say, you know, he'd like to help us, because he was very excited for us when we bought the land.
Yeah.
Because he was someone that lived in the UK with us that moved back and was trying to encourage my husband to move back as well. But, you know, everyone thinks it's always greener pastures
outside.
Yeah.
So this is a party house. Like, can I just talk about this for a minute? I mean, can we just talk about it? Because that is stunning. And you know, when you build your Ghana house, for me, it was like, I need to have a chandelier somewhere. I don't care if it's in the corridor. I need a chandelier.
Well, I've got 2 chandeliers, as you'll see. There's one on the stairs as well, so you'll see.
Wow.
I remember when I came on the last visit and I went to Palace Home Decor, and I was actually surprised at the variety and the style of chandeliers they had. I wasn't really expecting it. I thought I was going to have to ship from the UK.
Yeah.
So I was like pleasantly surprised. And I remember being there thinking, oh my God, now I've got to choose. And I have to choose 2. So yeah.
There's so many options, right? Okay, that's the question I've got though, because even now we're looking at kitchens, we're looking at lighting, everything, tiles. It's like, for you personally, how much did you ship and how much did you source in Ghana?
I'd say majority was sourced here. And I'm not going to lie, like majority, like the tiling here, all this metalwork here, the doors here, like it just worked out. I think cost-wise, it made more sense to have it all done here than bring stuff over. We thought later stages would probably bring more like the interior stuff over, but I'm changing my mind as each day goes on. I know Ghana is expensive, but it's also expensive in the UK now. When you add on the cost of shipping and like the clearing at the port, you think, what was the point? The only sad thing is like here, to get quality means that you're paying above odds. I have considered maybe going to Turkey for once I want to like decorate the place, like with the interiors and stuff like that. Just do a trip, pick everything I want, and then get one large container and ship it all.
For those who don't know, why Turkey?
Because that's where most of the things come from anyway, that they sell to us here. That's why. That's the only reason. I've never been to Turkey in my life, but you know, I'm planning a trip there because I have an idea of how obviously the look and the finish of the place. And I've seen that there are stuff available here as well. But when I've gone, especially like, am I allowed to say place names? I did say Palace anyway, so I'm like Orca. They've got some lovely stuff in there.
The new one, the Orca Deco.
Now, but if you saw some of the things they sent me.
Who's that?
Like, just generally, I think my husband would find someone who knew about tiles. So a friend would just say, oh, this person like knows about tiles. Or you'll find a tiler and you want some examples. And they were sending me these, you know, like those optical illusion. You're looking at
those tiles.
Yeah, those tiles. Like
one client said to me, I don't want tiles that give you a headache and make you look like you're hallucinating.
Busy. Yeah, it was loads of. And then I'm thinking, how did the picture I sent you represent this? Like it was just. I was like, oh, and then some extra bright colors. So I always tease my husband because he's a Shanti. I say, oh please, I don't want no Kumasi colors in here. So that's like a running joke. Please,
Kumasi people, we love you.
Please don't come for me. Yeah, my children are Shanti. My husband is a Shanti.
Don't bother. He's already cut it.
I beg you.
He's already edited it. Otherwise, they'll come for us.
I beg you. I know those.
You don't represent the management.
She has since been flown out of the country. I love it.
Yeah, so I said, I don't want no Kumasi colors in here. So sometimes you will think, oh, this will, I said, baby, what, two Kumasi colors? I said, yes. So that's like a joke.
A running joke you guys have.
Yeah.
So we were saying about Orca.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy that you've said that there are so many things that you've sourced within Ghana. It's reassuring.
Yeah.
And you were mentioning about Orca Deco, right? And having items that you can, you've started seeing there for interiors. How have you found the quality of those things?
So there's definitely bits and pieces that are really good quality, and then there's some that you can tell, like even just looking and feeling it, you can tell it's not great quality. But then the pricing that's reflect the quality.
Yeah.
I think because they have a certain price point in that shop, it's like you see something, you think, oh, this looks nice, but then you see the price, you think, that's a bit pricey for what it is. I think if it reflected, people might feel okay about it, even if it's not great. You think, okay, maybe I'll have it for a few years and change it because, you know, or let me not buy this one. I'll go for the quality one and I can have it for a very, very long time. But nice shop. I'll definitely tell people to go in there. You'll get some great ideas for like decorating your place because they have lovely room sets in there to, you know, give people ideas and design. I think, design ideas.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought us into the kitchen now because literally yesterday I got a phone call from our kitchen person and I'll link her details below, by the way, for the kitchens. And she was asking me about colors and layouts. So what was the idea behind your design? And was what was in your head, is that what came out? Okay, so I actually changed my mind a few times on the kitchen.
Yes, I did. You know, being a woman and all that.
Yes,
I wonder why we're hearing loud in the background.
And what's this noise? Did you guys hear that? It sounded
There's actually someone holding the camera. I didn't notice.
It's a male. It's a male about to comment.
So yeah, I changed my mind quite a few times on the kitchen. I wanted it bigger, and I know people will be like, "Why? It's big enough." It is big enough. I know. But when you...
Big enough is relative.
Yes.
Please, let's talk about that, please. We're from the UK.
Yes. And I don't have a big kitchen in the UK.
I did not have
I'm lucky if I can open the cupboard and be
our kitchen was this strip here, yes.
Yeah, so I wanted it nice, you know, loungy feeling. I wanted sofas in here. Me and my big eyes, as they tell me. Like, you have big eyes,
good
madam.
For you.
So I wanted like a nice, like relaxed feel in here with a sofa on the side, as well as having the island. I always wanted an island, you know, because, you know, always wanted an island. So when I knew definitely I had to have an island in here. So even when they were setting it up for me, like from foundation level, and I was saying, listen, I need it big enough to be for an island, please. And they're like, it's big. My sister is big, it's big. So when I came, I remember telling you that when I came and there was a guy that was looking after the place for us and had boarded up all the rooms, I couldn't come in and get the feel of any size of anywhere. So I was designing this kitchen in my head without knowing what the room was like.
Yeah, that's how do you do that? How, like, because there were some people building right now from outside. How do you design a room without having seen it? How did you find that?
It was like, I don't even know, I got so disengaged. I think after that trip, coming in here and not being able to really see my home, I literally only walked outside and just upstairs, that I'll show you in a minute, because I couldn't get into none of the rooms. And I remember thinking, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I just thought, what is the point? Why am I spending all my money? And somebody else is like, you know, the guy was in here supposed to look after the place and he was renting out.
He was renting out the rooms.
Yeah.
So you just turned up and saw tenants. That's another thing. When you're not here, all sorts can happen.
Yeah. So that was a headache, like then trying to get him out of here as well. And then all the people, because they'd obviously paid him. So they were expecting somewhere to live.
Somewhere to sleep.
We had to get the police involved. So that was
a whole other wahala.
And then